Do you think Sentry can defeat Superman's villains? Sentry has arrived in Metropolis, and the first person to discover this is none other than Lex Luthor. Equipped with a high-tech armor, integrated with Kryptonite and many other advanced weapons, Lex immediately deployed the entire Lexbot army to challenge Sentry. However, sadly, the only thing that kept Lex alive was the presence of Kryptonite and Superman's principle of not killing. But this time, that hope was no longer valid. Then, Parasite appeared, staring at the glowing man in the sky, a bright yellow or red light. He could not resist the temptation. For him, it was not just a superhero, but an energetic lunch. You remember to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon and turn on notifications to see the earliest videos. Thank you. Superman is one of the most powerful superheroes in the DC universe, with abilities far beyond those of most Earthlings. He has gone toe-to-toe with Wonder Woman, overpowered Green Lantern, and fought on par with great villains like Darkseid. Superman's powers extend far beyond hand-to-hand combat, affecting star systems and the larger realities. Notably, Superman once stopped a black hole that could have swallowed the entire solar system with his bare hands and brute strength. He also threw a miniature star system away from Earth. This star system retained its mass, gravity, and continued expansion, evidenced by the fact that the planets maintained perfect orbits around its central star. Sentry, known as the guy with the power of 1,000,000 suns, but the title is often misunderstood. The 1,000,000 suns is actually the power source that comes from the Dark Mass Destroyer, a supernatural entity that gave Robert Reynolds his powers. This is the form of power that not just one, but countless other versions of the Sentry use, all of which are dependent on this common source. So, to be more precise, it is the power of 1,000,000 suns, not the actual power of 1,000,000 suns. This becomes even more apparent when the Sentry has been defeated by powerful, but only cosmic or solar system level characters such as Hercules, Blue Marvel, and Thor, whom he cannot completely overpower. However, unlike Superman, the Sentry's power source is not dependent, and his abilities are virtually limitless. Therefore, any strategy that relies on neutralizing his powers by blocking sunlight becomes useless. Then comes Metallo, a fighting machine with a Kryptonite heart as a weapon of destruction. However, for Sentry, Kryptonite has no effect whatsoever. This turns Metallo from a threat to nothing more than a pile of scrap metal. Mongol was defeated by Superman in a power struggle, so it's obvious that Sentry can do the same without too much trouble. As for Darkseid, the Omega effect has the destructive power to kill Sentry. However, Sentry possesses the ability to regenerate, restoring itself even after being completely destroyed. The Omega effect can plunge an opponent into an eternal cycle of death, but Sentry has proven to be able to overcome this death. He once saved his own life as a child, escaping a tragic fate. Unlike Superman, Sentry is a being that controls molecules and reality, a level of power far beyond that. So Darkseid could return, but for now this fight is over. Honestly, Brainiac is probably the only opponent here capable of defeating Sentry without a physical confrontation. With his superior intellect and sophisticated strategy, he could find a way to split Sentry's personalities, isolating him or trapping him in a distorted reality. Brainiac can even use technology and scientific knowledge far beyond human understanding, things that many would consider impossible if he plays his cards right. He has the potential to win before a real fight even begins. Zod, with his brilliant battle tactics, overwhelming power, and sky-high ego, would certainly be a formidable opponent for Sentry. A battle between the two would not only be a battle of wits and power, but could also result in the destruction of several planets along the way. This would probably be the most severe challenge Sentry has faced here, with the possible exception of Darkseid. Zod fights not only with pure power, but also with pride and a desire to prove his superiority. We need to make something clear here. Sentry's power is often described as 1,000,000 exploding suns, but is this a mere metaphor, or are they actual suns? Honestly, I'm looking for details. However, if it is indeed the power of real suns, then that's a different story, because Zod is fully capable of generating power equivalent to, or at least close to it, and in that case, Sentry would definitely be in big trouble. Or, in other words, he would be toast. Doomsday, let's skip the original version and bring in his most powerful version right away. Doomsday from the HP universe is really impressive. However, I'm still not sure about his capabilities, because I've never seen any examples of Doomsday facing an opponent with the ability to manipulate reality or manipulate molecules like Sentry. So whether or not he can evolve to counter this kind of power is still a big question mark. Doomsday's power lies in his constant evolution, but will that be enough to deal with a threat far beyond anything he's ever encountered? But honestly, it's impossible to really say, even if the Sentry manages to alter his molecules and make him explode. Doomsday would simply replicate and somehow become immune to molecular manipulation, or maybe even develop the power himself, which isn't fair because, well, look at that scan, it's just cheating. However, Sentry's power in the Marvel Universe is not something to be overlooked. He has fought on par with World War Hulk, one of the strongest versions of Hulk, and defeated the god of war Ares, one of the most powerful fighting gods. Furthermore, even a weaker version of Sentry, known as the Void, was able to injure Thor, one of Marvel's most powerful superheroes. These feats prove that, despite his limited power source, Sentry still possesses overwhelming power enough to destroy the entire solar system without much difficulty. This further cements the Sentry as a formidable force in the Marvel Universe. Superman has the upper hand, according to calculations by the Naruto forums and VSB communities in his heyday, with his solar system push achievement estimated to be 390 times stronger than Sentry's 294 times, with Sentry only being compared to Thor. About Superman, he possesses a combat speed almost equal to Wonder Woman's, faster than the Green Lantern's, and can occasionally catch up with the Flash. His super speed can even surpass seemingly impossible limits. Superman has flown across the multiverse, reached the source wall in an incredibly short time, or flown from Apocalypse, a planet outside the universe, to Earth in just a few seconds. These achievements not only prove Superman's speed and strength, but also confirm him as one of the most powerful and fastest superheroes in the DC universe. Meanwhile, Sentry does not have many outstanding speed achievements. He possesses the ability to fly at superluminal speeds, being able to accelerate from Earth to the Sun in seconds. However, his most notable feats in this area are largely due to comparisons and bridging with Thor, one of the fastest and most powerful warriors in the Marvel Universe. Although Sentry can achieve impressive speeds compared to other superheroes, especially Superman, he still lacks independent feats in the field of speed. About Superman, he has many powers, but the two most prominent ones are molecular vibration, like the Flash or Zoom when killing people, and the Heat Ray has the ability to shrink down to the atomic level to burn the opponent's brain. About Sentry, this is one of the strongest parts of this superhero. He can control atoms, recover from cells as fast as Deadpool, penetrate the opponent's mind like Professor X. Superman has the advantage in strength, endurance, and speed that are too superior. Sentry has the advantage in power, but abilities like atomic disintegration or mind control, Sup has resisted since confronting Mr. Mex's Tito K or Martian Manhunter. What do you think about this battle? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you all very much.